God damn it.
Hey, Eric, how are you?
How are you, Eat?
Yeah, I'm very good, thank you.
God, I'm so
Oh,
sorry. I spent like the 20 last minute of my life trying to fucking reach you like every way it can possibly work, and it doesn't work. It's just the guy that you try to reach, SMVU, doesn't work. And I'm like, God damn it.
yeah, right. All good, all good. You got there in the end.
At least we can talk. Eat, how are you?
Yeah, really good,
Man, it's nice
really good.
talking to you, my friend.
Great to talk to you.
It's gonna be quite easy. When you're ready, I'm gonna say, hi, this is DJ Punkasbed, and I'm gonna introduce yourself. Whenever you're ready, I
Yep,
pre-record the interview, and I'm gonna hear it in a couple of weeks
yep.
and send you all the
Okay,
details.
great.
So you're ready?
Sure, yeah, let's do it.
Let's rumble, my Australian friend. Hey, this is DJ Punkasbed. Welcome for the first time to our Quebec radio show. It's such an honor. I'm gonna let you introduce yourself, man.
Hey, this is Pete from Hack the Mainframe from Australia. Thanks for having me.
Man, it was tough. I think that, over the years it was the toughest way to reach you, but we finally connect. It's a funny thing. I
Yeah,
didn't, I'm pretty sure it's goddamn my fault. Maybe I'm blame it on Friday, but, yeah, maybe I didn't, like, fucking compose the right fucking tone to reach you guys, but you reach me. Man, it's such an honor to have you on the show.
thanks so much for having me on.
Guys, you release a brand new record. I must admit, I listened to that record a fucking lot. And, the way I felt about the record is that you guys, I know you put everything you got in it, but it's just so freshy, so perfect in a way that I know you try to recreate what we, lived through the 90s, but it worked.
Thank you. Yeah, well, my head's still trapped in the 90s. I listen to that music all the time. I have since the 90s. So, yeah, I was just writing music that I love. So glad that it's been well received and people are enjoying it.
And how you felt, I think, to release the records and, you know, see the reaction of people around you, it's crazy. But see, there's something happening right now. The record is released on Bird Attack. It's released on Peer Record in Australia. But, the States and everything, we're all talking about you guys. I must admit, many people, we were talking about you guys.
So great to hear. Yeah, it's amazing that in this day and age you can put out a record and people all over the world have access to it straight away. They can stream it wherever and listen to it. And it's just so good to hear positive feedback from punk rock fans all around the world. Makes it all worthwhile.
We're kind of united. I think that punk rock, where it came back where it started up, if you check back in the days, the Black Flag, the DOA and everything, they were all connect and united because, there was no money, there was not much people. And I think, it's not that there's not much people, but we connect through internet even, if there's border or anything, we don't fucking care, you're connect with people in Quebec and in the U.S. and everywhere. It's so fun to see that we're, with the technology that it's happened so fast, but, that we can, help each other, at least.
Yeah, I totally agree. It really feels like it's gone full circle. There's sort of money in it there was in the 90s and people doing punk rock these days do it because they love it, and the fans that listen to it because they love it. And yeah, it's a close community, and it's all over the world.
And it's a friendship fair. I'm sure, like, when you spoke with Garrett and Bird Attack, it was like, you know, I know what you're doing with the radio show and everything and the podcast. It's just like, yeah, man, fucking put, out a record out there, It's amazing to see that we're really DIY, but it's still working, After all those years, it's the best way, like, I think, to promote your band, and it's the way, it's the ethic to work, I think.
Yeah, I totally agree. Yeah, all the labels that helped us out. Free Records has been amazing. Lining up Bird Attack and also Disconnect in the UK and Europe for us. Yeah, it's really good.
Guys, for people that just heard about you, how that project started up, how you guys met.
So back in 2014, Patrick Dempsey, our bass player, he was touring with local residents aid. He was the guy driving the van around Europe. I was talking to him on the internet one day and said, we should start a band. I think he was drunk at the time. And he said, yep, let's do that. And then when he came back to Australia, I went to his house. Said, all right, let's start this band. And he said, I was only joking. I can't play an instrument. I said, oh, that's cool, man. It's punk rock. You'll be right. So he bought a bass guitar, couldn't play it at all. And that first year or so was a big learning curve for everyone in the band. And since then, we've just been progressing. And, I think our music is becoming more complex and more melodic. It's been a really fun journey.
And it's cool because we felt the chemistry, but there's a rumors, and I'm all the way from Quebec. Maybe I'm totally wrong about that rumors, but I heard that in Australia you cannot get drunk. It's
I
impossible
don't
to
think
get
that's true.
drunk in Australia because,
I think everyone in Australia is drunk. Alcoholism is a big theme in our new album. Most of the band at one point or another drink too much alcohol. Right now, I'm not drinking any at all. I haven't actually drunk any alcohol since the start of the year. There's a few of us in the band so far that are been sober since the start of the year.
and
See how long that
congratulations.
lasts.
I quit so many times in my life for a year, 6 months, and it's so, it's a very healthy way to to wake up in the morning, but it's cool. We're getting old. It's really more easy when you don't have the booze and everything. I don't condemn that,
That's
but
so true.
I'm one of those type that love to take a couple of months off and just
Yeah, just recharge the batteries and get healthy and then start again.
guys,
It's, def-
and yeah.
it's definitely getting a lot harder to recover after a big night, I've got to say.
Yeah.
I'm not too far away from 40, I suppose most of us are these days. That grew up with punk rock in the 90s are getting pretty close to 40 or are already 40. So, yeah, recovering is not like it was back in 1995.
Hey man, hearing that from an Australian guy is just, yeah, we're all in the same fucking boat.
Yeah,
No matter where
yeah,
you come from, when you're 36, 40, wake up for a
yeah.
fucking, headache and everything. It's not that cool anymore.
That's the other cool thing about this thing. There's new kids that are getting into it, but there's also a lot of people that have loved punk rock. You know, they grew up with it back in the 90s, and we're all getting older, but in our heads we're still young, we're still 18-year-old punk rockers, but we've got jobs and families, and life goes on, but we've still got the punk rock.
It's amazing that you mention it. It, it's crazy how we went to an era of music that was really cool and intense and freshy and original, and we stick to that. And it's cool to see that the band want to recreate that again and again. And back in the days, those bands, when NoFX, when Lagwagon, I saw them explode, and there was money and there was possibilities, which, it's will not, I don't think it will never happen again. Maybe I'm just, negative, but, I think that, there will be not much that money in that, industry and everything. So the people that are there, yeah, you're right. We're all in the same fucking boat, like working, having kids, and, doing that because it's in our blood. And I say it's in my blood. I don't play music. I just press play, but I know it's in your blood, guys. You're born to create music. It's in you, and it's cool that you can still doing it. Even it's not full time or everything. It's amazing, man. And we need that, and it help us, everyone.
I'm sure we all get that same feeling when we listen to a fast song that we enjoy. You get your skin crawls and your hair stands up on the back of your neck and you feel this energy just sort of pulse through your body that no other music can make you feel like that. That's why I do it. Just makes me feel alive, makes me feel great.
And it's cool. It's true. And we need to feel alive. And there's so much people that just, they work, they go home, they watch TV, or it's not TV anymore, it's Netflix. And,
Yeah,
play with the kids and just like whine. And it's just like, I think we're doing a step ahead, from the normal life that they're trying to, the society try to normalize for us, like having kids watching TV and not do that much. We're kind of living our
that's
dream
right.
in a way, where it's not like the dream we dream of, because it's no glam or
Yeah,
anything anymore, but we're still doing it. We're pushing
yeah.
ourselves, doing what we're born for, even there's not much money, and I think it's much than beautiful. It's wow, man. It's crazy that we we do that, but it in a way, it's just the wheel, we're born for that.
I started my first punk rock band in high school in the last year of high school in '96. Band was called Wirefarmer, and we never made any money. We never really had a lot of success, but over the years we had a lot of fun, and it was just great traveling around and meeting people and playing a show and seeing people sing the words to your songs and tell you that one song or another song can mean something to them and makes them feel a certain way. It's amazing that music can make people all around the world feel something. You know, we don't share the same lives, but we all have the same blood running through us.
And the reaction in Quebec, it's amazing because I don't know from Australia if you think about it, but people here when we play the songs and everything, they're getting like, what that band, and they're amazing. Wow, man, is that the same band on the label with Local Resident Failure or The Decline? And people are aware of you guys, and it's amazing to see when I say that we're all connect. It's amazing how the fans they dig and they always want more and more, and it's cool because with there's many, there's maybe too much band right now, but that's a great problem, and it's beautiful right now for that, because back in the days there was a few band. Maybe that's the reason why it was more easy for them and there was much more money, but right now there's so many bands. So if you know every style of music, just find your type and you will find something you like, because there's so much artists right now that, giving fucking everything. And it's amazing to see that right now in Australia, and you always have a beautiful scene, but right now it's kind of strong. That's what I felt. I don't know from you guys.
It does. It feels like a really strong team at the moment. We're organising a national tour at the moment, and the bands that we're playing with around the country um, are really world-class bands, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah. I mean, local residents say I've grown up on a staple of punk rock with those guys. They're from Newcastle. We're from Newcastle too. We're all good friends. And the Decline, we played with those guys a few times. And they just put on an unbelievable show.
Yeah.
And yeah, P Records has united us all together and helped push our name out, into the world. That's why I'm talking to you. Thanks, Pete, from P Records.
And I always said it's never, the people have that mentality, and I always mention Nirvana because we're from that era. People think that Nirvana explode, everything in music. It's total lie. It's the scene. It was the Seattle scene, and it was not just about Nirvana. There was a lot of band behind that, and I think right now that's what's happening in Australia, in Quebec City. I'm sure you heard about Mute, that taking the world. It's the first time we've got a band from Quebec that went that far, and it's like
Yeah,
you guys. I grow up with those guys. I know them for 25 years, and they have
yeah, they're
steady
an amazing
jobs.
band.
They just,
Well,
it's not. There's no glam anymore, but it's still, the respect and the passion about it is still there. And as long as I think people gonna care, it's a meaning that you're playing.
Absolutely. I have the utmost respect for anyone that can play punk rock drums and sing. That is a task that is impossible for mere mortals. I tried it with Hack the Mainframe. When we first started, I was drumming and we didn't know who was going to sing, and ended up I was singing. And I'm not that fit or that talented to play the drums and sing at the same time. So my hat off to Newt and to Tank Surfers and anyone else who's ever been able to pull it off. To play the drums and sing punk rock is just amazing.
And that's a kind of huge challenge, Satanic Surfer back in the days. I remember Rodrigo told me, when he started just singing and said, we can just do like 45-minute show. I can do like an hour show. It's impossible.
Yeah.
I'm fucking
Even a
healthy, but
45-minute show would
I
be,
just can play those fast track man over and over again every fucking night, like an hour. It's
yeah.
impossible.
Yeah, it's amazing. I saw Satanic Surfers in Newcastle, I think in the late 90s. It might have been around 97 or 98. And it was at a small community hall in Newcastle. There was hardly anybody there. And I was standing right in front of the guys. And it was just amazing. My jaw was dropped the whole time. Incredible.
And talking about drums, I think Kai Smith is going pretty good.
Oh, he sure is, yeah. Well, actually, when I decided there was no way I'm going to be able to drum and sing with Hack the Mainframe, we enlisted the talent of Kai. He's a world-class drummer. And it just turned out he was a bit too busy. So with all our lives and trying to organise band practice, it was too hard to get everybody there with Kai at the same time. So we had to sack him from the band, which he took really well. Thanks for
I'm
going for
sure
a side without a band.
that's amazing.
Yeah.
Guys,
And then we thought, well, who are we going to get to replace Kai? This is a challenge.
oh
And
God.
Oberg, who plays guitar, said, I've got a friend who's a good drummer, and he's keen to come to band practice and have a go. So we had this band practice, and Zach turned up and just smashed out how our whole EP start to finish perfectly, like we'd been jamming with him for years. It was amazing. So yeah, Zach's a great drummer too.
It's funny because there's many bands that's from Australia that the same happen every time. I heard about local resident failure from a friend saying you have to play those bands. And it was the first record release, and I played them, and I followed them, and the second album was released, and I reached them, and I asked them, hey guys, if you want to do an interview, and I said, hey man, we're us three, man, we don't have the same fucking time, so we're on tour right now, write us in 6 months so we can check. And I was like, it's an Australian band. I didn't fucking know. It took me like almost 2 years to figure it out. That fuck, man. And then, I look at back, and you have a so beautiful history. I mean, like Body Jar and Friends of the Rums, and, all amazing
Yeah,
band that, came from, Australia. And it's funny, the mentality here is we think that it's kind of small, but it's fucking big. Australia is big.
it's a huge country, but not a lot of people and fairly isolated from the rest of the world. Where I am right now is kind of like the stereotypical idea people have in their head about Australia. I work away from home. I spent half of my life in a tiny country town driving a truck in a mine. That's where I am at the moment. There are kangaroos that hop down the street. You have to watch out when you're driving around that you don't bump into a kangaroo. And it's about 40 degrees Celsius here today, so
I have to send you the podcast of the show I did 2 weeks ago, and I was thanking like Pete and Pew Records and everything, and I said, I have to come visit you guys, but man, you have the worst case of species of venomous species around the world, and I would say that I would be afraid if you tell me, hey Eric, let's go party in the woods. Oh, I don't know, man. What kind of fucking
it's
shitty
true.
things I can get through that are so venomous? You don't have like one or two type. You have like 250 of the most dangerous species in the world. All there.
It's true. They're fun. There are a lot of things that can kill you here, but they seem to be fairly rare. Like you can go for a walk in the bush, and as long as you're wearing boots and you don't step on a brown snake, you're probably not going to die.
And it's a normal day, you know.
Yeah, yeah. I've only ever had to run away from one brown snake. I was on a lawnmower and it charged me. I jumped off the lawnmower and ran away. But yeah, if those things bite you, it's game over.
But it's funny, you have the greatest reputation of party guys and funny guys. You know, I'm really close friend with Mark and Guttermouth, and you know, it's always let's go to Australia as soon as we can. Why Australia, man? They're party wicked. And I'm like, yeah, they've got that reputation. I heard so many times from Ben, but you know, I get it. You have a beautiful scene, and you guys are amazing, and keep on doing what you do. And I know it's tough out there, man, but there always be people and always people weird from Quebec or anywhere in the world that, man, want to play you guys and need you guys. And, you know, I
Thanks
asked
so much.
people, you know, if you have any question what it is, and everyone was writing, will they ever be in Quebec? Is there anyone getting Quebec?
Uh, we don't have any immediate plans right now to go to Quebec, but I definitely want to go there because I need to try poutine. It's on my list of foods that I need to eat. And I also want to meet all the beautiful people in Quebec and the rest of Canada. I've got a great friend over there, Mark Ryan, that I've known for years but never met in person. So definitely it's on the cards. If there was some kind of a great festival that invited us to play, we'd be there.
You heard about the Poudre Fest and the Rock Fest?
Yeah, sure have. We'd love
This
to just
year's
play those.
and you know with Pete and everything it happened so fast, but this year's the lineup are kind of full, but next year's I work with the Rockfest really close. It's gonna be more hard with the Rockfest, but I'm sure we can work something with the Poudre Fest to bring like
That
you
sounds
know
great.
because you know how it works. What we can do is bring a full plane. Like if we can get like you guys, local residents, and Decline, and you know maybe get like
That would be
five
amazing.
or six band. We can like put the plane and everything and have a deal. We can work
Yeah,
definitely something for next year. That's for sure. And
yeah.
man, make sure I'm gonna be full time on getting your ass out here.
Okay, done deal.
That's gonna
Thanks
be
for
my job
that.
from now. I
Yeah,
want you guys
right.
here, and I know it's tough, but we can definitely do something. You know, friends are rubs. It took me it took me 6 years to bring them at the Rockfest. It happened last year's,
Awesome,
so that's for
awesome.
something.
Good to hear. Good to
There's
hear.
many
Worth
great things,
it.
but the pizza would be so awesome, and I think you know I'm gonna write to those guys, and we have to get your ass there. You're gonna love it.
Definitely. Kansas City, hack the mainframe, Quebec, 2019. We're coming.
Man, we're waiting. And, you know, we're going to have plenty of poutine, but that's so overrated. That's not that good.
Well, what's good? What's good?
Destroying everything. Fuck you. I want to eat poutine. That's the best thing. Fuck you. I don't want to hurt anything from you guys. But, man, seriously, guys, thank you so much for the generosity. I mean that, and I told that to Pete, man. You're a really beautiful family to see. And man, I thanks him and thanks you guys to let me in, man. I'm gonna play you guys every goddamn songs you fucking wrote, man. And we're gonna do a huge
Thanks so much,
special
sir.
on you guys
Appreciate
and
it.
every band on P Records, man. You're stuck with us. It's a
Awesome.
false contract that you never signed, but it's an honor to play you. And thank you so much for still losing money in the name of music, man.
Thank you. It's my pleasure.
And then till we drink some beer together, because it definitely will
Yep.
happen. Stick to it, guys, and thank you, man. And I'm gonna send you all the details and link, man, for the podcast and when we hear the interview.
Awesome. Thanks, sir. Great talking to you.
Before we leave, we're gonna celebrate our 500 episode in like something in maybe 6 or 8 months. But can you do us a quick ID? Just keep it simple, saying, "Hi, this is Eat from Act the Mainframe, Happy 500." As simple as that.
Hi, this is Heath from Mainframe, having 500th episode.
You fucking nail it in one time, less than 2 seconds.
Awesome.
You are too
Thanks, Derek.
good.
Thanks, my man.
Thank you. Seriously, it means a lot for me, man. And make sure, man, we're gonna do everything we can. And I mean that we work something to get your ass here, and it will happen anyway, cause you're a bird attack. So Garrett gonna say the same fucking shit that I did. I'm sure you're gonna mention the Pooja in a couple of weeks, and you're gonna say, Eric told me the same thing. And he's gonna say, he's an asshole.
Well, I hope so. Yeah, I really want to come to Quebec. The guys are super keen as well.
Yeah,
So,
and
yeah,
it's kind of easy. It's cool because, there's Toronto and everything. We can, have you like maybe 6 or 8 shows so it can like be worth it that you guys came here. And if we being like 3 or 4 band, it can be like I don't know, a week tour, but like six
yeah,
show or 7 show.
yep, sounds perfect.
My friend, say hi to all your venomous species. And drink some knee. Because I'm going to go to sleep in
Okay.
a couple of minutes, and it's your fucking all day.
I'm about to go and start work for the next 12 hours, all through the Australian night. Woo! But I'll be
Hell
listening to a
yeah.
lot of punk rock music, so that'll help me get through the night. Thanks, Derek.
Thanks, Heath.
Been
I
a
love
pleasure.
you, bro.
Yeah. Love you, bro. See ya.
Bye-bye, my friend.